Hey y'all. I am bad. I ordered a bunch of books. Which I think, if you're watching this, you can probably relate to that. But I ordered a bunch of books, I think quite a while ago. And then they just got here, and I'm pretty sure that they are one order. This is the second order I've gotten this week. So I'm pretty sure that I've got another order from a different bookstore coming. So I figured I would just haul some of those so we can kind of see what I got, because I'm not totally sure I remember everything that I ordered. And then also just check in about Mexican Gothic, which I got earlier this week in the mail and was so excited to get. So this is going to be just currently reading and mini haul, because I doubt I'm going to go through everything today, but let's just start. So Mexican Gothic I was just so excited when I heard about this book. I love the cover. Look at that. It's beautiful. I love the colors. I love everything about this. It is adult horror fiction, and I've only read the first couple of chapters. Actually, only one chapter, because my tea bag bookmark shows that I'm at chapter 2. So what's happened in the first chapter is that our heroine, Noemi, has been called home from a party by her father, and she thinks it's because she is with a guy that he doesn't think is worth her time. But it turns out that he has been in correspondence with her cousin, who a year ago ran off to marry a mysterious person. So they were raised to kind of be socialites so that they could marry up. And the cousin got married for love, and they haven't really talked to her much since then. So she sent a letter asking for this cousin to come save her, because there are a lot of weird things going on. So part of the letter says, I cannot save myself as much as I wish to. I am bound, threads like iron through my mind and my skin, and it's there in the walls. It does not release its hold on me, so I must ask you to spring me free. Cut it from me. Stop them now, for God's sake. And she talks about these restless dead, these ghost, fleshless things. Now, here's something important about me. If you are on the countryside, married or not, and you are seeing ghosts and fleshless things, and you need me to come and save you, you are in deep, deep trouble, because I am probably not coming. There are 2 people in this world, 2, that I might come for, and you are not any of them. So Naomi has been asked by her father, really enticed to go check in on her cousin. He thinks that probably she just needs a familiar face, and he tells Naomi that if she goes, that he will allow her to enroll in the school that she's been trying to go to. So she has some aspirations. She's not just a pretty face, we're learning about her, and she's going to be brave and go spring her cousin from whatever craziness is happening. And I assume that this would be about the time the scary music starts if this were a movie. That's what I'm currently reading now. So I'm excited to get into that. One of the things about this book is that the setting is in Mexico City, and the language of it, it's written in English, but it's like really proper English. It's not like what Americans have done to English by like tattering it, putting it in a blender and messing it all up. So there's some very proper uses of the language. Like, for example, somebody's referred to as mercenary as an adjective, and I have just never heard anybody use the word mercenary as an adjective before. So I even had to look it up. I was like, this is weird. So there are a couple of things like that that kind of catch me off guard a little bit, but I'm still in chapter 1, and I'm hoping that the story becomes lively enough that it sort of sweeps me away and I stop paying attention to that kind of stuff, because it's a silly thing to get caught up in. So maybe I'll just pick some of the books from this box that I'm super excited about, even though I don't know a whole lot about any of them. I'm really gonna have to get off of BookTube sometimes, because watching everybody's videos, like, I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why I have managed to purchase so many things. Because one thing I was super excited to order and get and to hear about is the Black Mermaid book, which is how I've been referring to this book for the last couple of months. Song Below Water by Bethany Morrow. I'm really excited about this. Mermaids, hello. Look at this cover. Hello. In a society determined to keep her under lock and key, Tavia must hide her siren powers. Oh, yes. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready. Meanwhile, Effie is fighting her own family struggles as she is pitted against literal demons from her past. Together, these best friends must navigate the perils of high school's junior year. So I'm excited about this. Undoubtedly going to read this one this month. And then I'm also really interested in Deep. I don't know if folks have heard about Deep, but that is a book about the sort of manifestation of these souls from Black women that were thrown or jumped overboard from slave ships. So that's not this book, that's Deep, and I'm excited about that one too. I'm gonna do a giveaway really soon because I bought this book, The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, and apparently I ordered 2 of them, and I was so ready to call the bookstore and tell them how they made a mistake and what horrible people they were, but then I looked at my order, and indeed I did get overzealous and put 2 of these in my shopping cart. So I will be reading one of these and then giving one of these away. Twins, inseparable as children, ultimately choose to live in 2 different worlds, one black and one white. The Vignes sisters will always be identical, but after growing up together in a small southern black community and running away at age 16, it's not just the shape of their daily lives that is different as adults, it's everything, including their racial identities. Excited about this one. I think I've seen this one on so many currently reading, TBR, Let's Read, Let's Buddy Read. A lot of people are reading this right now, and probably because it is a Barnes & Noble book club pick. So I'm excited to read that one and to do a giveaway for the other copy. Another one I heard about on a BookTube video is The Invincible Summer of Juniper Jones. I can't remember which booktuber I saw talking about this, but if I remember or see it again, I will tag it in the comments. But I was really excited about this one. It's the summer of 1955. For Ethan Harper, a biracial kid raised mostly by his white father, race has always been a distant conversation. When he's sent to spend the summer with his aunt and uncle in small town Alabama, his blackness is suddenly front and center. Enter Juniper Jones, the town's resident free spirit. She's everything the townspeople aren't. Open, kind, and accepting. So, The Invincible Summer of Juniper Jones by Davin McQueen, I think. Davin McQueen. Let's go for that. And then, I also really want to get my Dark Vanessa, which looks a lot like this, but it's not this one. This one is a Shannon McGuire middle game. Meet Roger. Skilled with words, languages come easy to him. He instinctively understands how the world works through the power of story. Meet Dodger, his twin. Numbers are her world, her obsession, her everything. All she understands, she does so through the power of math. Roger and Dodger aren't exactly human, though they don't realize it. They aren't exactly gods either. Not entirely, not yet. Meet Reed. I don't even want to hear about Reed. I'm ready to read all about Dodger and Roger, even though the name thing is a little annoying. But I'm thrilled to have this book in my paws finally. So those I'm super excited about. What else is in this box? Oh my gosh. The Phoenix First Must Burn. I'm so thrilled. I can hardly speak. 16 tales that explore the Black experience through fantasy, science fiction, and magic, coming together in one stunning narrative of hope. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Let me open, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. Let's see, some of the authors: Elizabeth Acevedo. I don't know if you've heard me gushing over her before. Hello, Curls. Love her. Danielle Clayton. Danielle Page. Rebecca Roanhorse. Justina Ireland. E.B. the boy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Excited about that. Short stories, which usually I hate. And maybe I will never read all of the stories in that book, but we'll choose some of the short stories by people that I already really love. And then what will happen is I will be laying on my bed wondering what I should read next, and I'll see that one, and then I'll pick it up and read a story by someone I've never read before, because it'll be quick. So I'm happy to have that book on my nightstand for as long as it takes me to get through that. The Weight of Stars. Ryan Bird dreams of traveling across the stars, but a career in space isn't an option for a girl who lives in a trailer park on the wrong side of town. So Ryan becomes her circumstances and settles for acting out and skipping school with her delinquent friends. The main character's name is Ryann. Would you call her Ryan or Ryan? I think I'm going to say Ryan. One day, she meets Alexandria, a furious loner who spurns Ryan's offer of friendship. After a horrific accident leaves Alexandria with a broken arm, the girls are brought together to spite themselves. And Ryann learns her secret. Alexandria's mother is an astronaut who volunteered for a one-way trip to the edge of the solar system. Well, that seems like kismet, doesn't it? Every night without fail, Alexandria waits to catch a radio signal from her mother, and now it's up to Ryann to lift her onto the roof day after day until the silence between them grows into friendship and eventually something more. That sounds good. The Weight of Stars. Love that cover. Love that cover. Undoubtedly, most of these were picked for the cover. Oh, we're almost done. See, it wasn't even that many. That's what I'll tell my husband. It wasn't even that many. It barely took any time to haul them. This book, Nicole Dennis Benn. I've never read anything by this author. Why did I pick this? I don't even know. I don't even care. Look at it. Capturing the distinct rhythms of Jamaican life. That's why I love stories set in Jamaica. Nicole Dennis Benn pens a poignant hymn to a world hidden among pristine beaches, the wide expanse of turquoise seas. At an opulent resort on the Montego Bay, Margot hustles to send her younger sister, Thady, to school. Taught as a girl to trade her sexuality for survival, Margot is ruthlessly determined to shield Thady from the same fate. When plans for a new hotel threaten their village, Margot sees not only an opportunity for her own financial independence, but also perhaps a chance to admit a shocking secret, her forbidden love for another woman. I'll stop there because I'm already sold. I'm already ready to read this. And any more than that's just going to tell me too much stuff. So I'm excited about this one. This one is by, Vanna Lay, maybe? Inside Out and Back Again. And it looks like this is probably middle grade. For all the 10 years of her life, or younger, Ha has only known Saigon, the thrills of its markets, the joy of its traditions, the warmth of her friends close by, and the beauty of her very own papaya tree. But now the Vietnam War has reached her home. Ha and her family are forced to flee as Saigon falls, and they board a ship headed toward hope. This is the moving story of one girl's year of change, dreams, grief, and healing as she journeys from one country to another, one life to the next. I love immigration stories. Glad to have this one. Check out that cover. It's already won some awards, so I guess it's not waiting on me to read it, but I'm ready to read it. Both of those look great. And then two more in the box. The second book in the Daco Hill Squad series. So you may have heard me talking about the first one, which I loved. This is a series about a set during the Civil War, but there are dinosaurs being used that have been domesticated. So looks like there's a tarot there on the front cover. And also Daniel Jose Older is a super cute, hunky writer who is amazing and astute. And I've read many of his favorite picture on the back. Yeah. So that's not why I picked this up, but it doesn't hurt. And then the last one is so little. It's a teeny tiny. Oh, I got these from Hippocampa Books. Not all of them. Some of them came from Barnes & Noble. Look at this cover. Love it. It reminds me of When a Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and I love that book, so it probably didn't hurt to have this look a little bit like that. This one's by Juniper. A Black Tide of Perversity, Violence, and Lush Writing. I loved it. That's what Joe Hill had to say. Me and Joe Hill are not friends, but I like some of his stuff. Okay. Darkly compelling fantasy of revenge in the monster of Elendhaven. A tale about murder, a monster, and the sorcerer who loves both. I'm in. See, this is exactly why I get in so much trouble. And I'm going to be completely overwhelmed with deciding which book to read. So, is that going to keep me from reading any of the books? Am I going to go to the library and just pick completely different books entirely? Maybe. Could happen. So, like I said, I'm currently reading Mexican Gothic. So, I will finish that one. And then probably move on to one of these. I'm really excited to read them. Some of them I didn't even read that much before I decided to buy them based on what folks had recommended. So I'm excited about that. The cat is attempting to walk over the books carefully, which I appreciate. All right, if you've read any of these, feel free to drop a comment. Don't tell me anything, or you can say all you want to, and I will read it after I finish reading the book, because I don't like anything to be spoiled. I prefer to know as little as possible about books before I read them, which is probably why I tend to judge so many books by just what they look like. And it's rarely done me wrong. So it's working for me so far. All right. See ya.